Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Close your eyes for a second and picture this. Vast, golden deserts, a colossal river breathing life into the land, and on the horizon, massive triangular structures pointing towards the heavens. You're thinking of ancient Egypt, right? A civilization that has captivated our imaginations for thousands of years. But what was it really like to live along the Nile over 4,000 years ago? How did they build those incredible pyramids with the tools they had? And what did they truly believe about life, death, and the universe? Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're embarking on a journey back in time to unravel the secrets of one of the most magnificent and mysterious cultures in human history. So, grab your virtual explorer's hat, because we're about to decode the land of the pharaohs. Let's start with the lifeblood of it all. The Nile River. To the ancient Egyptians, the Nile wasn't just a river. It was a god, a provider, the very center of their existence. Every year, like clockwork, it would flood its banks, depositing a rich, black, fertile silt. This predictable event, which they called Akhet, or the inundation, was the foundation of their entire agricultural system. It allowed them to grow bountiful crops like wheat and barley in the middle of a desert, which in turn fed the population and funded the pharaoh's monumental projects. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems with canals and dikes to control the water, maximizing their harvests. The Nile was also their main highway, connecting Upper and Lower Egypt. Boats of all sizes sailed up and down its waters, transporting everything from grain and cattle to massive stone blocks for temples and pyramids. Without the Nile, the civilization of ancient Egypt simply wouldn't have been possible. Now, let's talk about the people who ran the show, the pharaohs. The pharaoh wasn't just a king. He was considered a living god on earth, the intermediary between the gods and humanity. His power was absolute. He owned all the land, made the laws, collected taxes, and was the supreme commander of the army. When you think of pharaohs, names like Tutankhamun, Cleopatra, or Ramesses the Great might come to mind. Each one left their own unique mark. Ramesses II, for example, was a master builder and military strategist who reigned for an incredible 66 years, commissioning massive temples like Abu Simbel. The famous boy king, Tutankhamun, is known mostly because his tomb was discovered almost completely intact, giving us an unprecedented glimpse into royal burial practices and the immense wealth of the pharaohs. The pharaoh's divine status was reinforced through elaborate rituals and the construction of awe-inspiring temples dedicated to the gods, further solidifying their power over the people. And what did these people believe? The spiritual world of the ancient Egyptians was incredibly rich and complex, populated by a vast pantheon of gods and goddesses who controlled every aspect of the universe. There was Ra, the sun god, who sailed across the sky each day in his solar boat. Osiris, the god of the underworld and resurrection. Isis, his devoted wife, a powerful magician and mother goddess. And their son, Horus, the falcon-headed god of the sky, whose earthly embodiment was the pharaoh himself. Religion wasn't just a Sunday affair, it was woven into the fabric of daily life. People wore amulets for protection, made offerings at local shrines, and believed that maintaining Ma'at, a concept of cosmic order, truth, and justice, was essential to keep chaos at bay. The gods were not distant figures. They were active participants in the world, and pleasing them was everyone's most important duty. This deep belief system naturally leads us to their famous obsession with the afterlife. For the Egyptians, death wasn't the end. It was merely a transition to a new, eternal existence. But to get there, your body and your soul had to make a perilous journey. This is where mummification comes in. It was a sophisticated and sacred process designed to preserve the body so that the soul, or Ka and Ba, could recognize it and reunite with it in the afterlife. The internal organs, except for the heart, which they believed was the seat of intelligence and emotion, were removed and placed in special containers called canopic jars. The body was then dried out with natron salt for about 40 days before being carefully wrapped in hundreds of yards of linen bandages. This entire process was a sacred ritual, full of prayers and spells from the Book of the Dead, a sort of guidebook for navigating the underworld and passing the final judgment, the weighing of the heart ceremony. Now for the big one, the pyramids. How on earth did they build them? These are not just piles of rocks. They are feats of engineering, mathematics, and sheer human will that still baffle experts today. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for the pharaoh Khufu, consists of over 2 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. And they did it all without modern machinery. The current leading theory is that they used a system of ramps, perhaps a long, straight one, or one that spiraled around the pyramid as it grew taller. Huge teams of skilled laborers, not slaves as is often depicted, would quarry the massive limestone blocks, transport them on barges down the Nile, and then haul them up these ramps using sledges, ropes, and brute force. It was an incredibly precise operation. The pyramids are almost perfectly aligned with the cardinal points, a testament to their advanced knowledge of astronomy. They weren't just tombs, they were resurrection machines, designed to launch the pharaoh's soul directly into the stars to join the gods. Beyond the pharaohs and priests, what was daily life like for the average Egyptian? Most people were farmers, their lives dictated by the rhythm of the Nile. They lived in simple mud brick houses with their families. But Egyptian society was also filled with skilled artisans, potters, weavers, carpenters, and incredible jewelers. Scribes were a highly respected class because they held the key to one of Egypt's greatest inventions, hieroglyphs. This beautiful, complex writing system, a mix of alphabetic signs, syllabic signs, and determinatives, was used for everything from monumental inscriptions on temple walls to recording harvests and writing letters. Learning to be a scribe was a long and difficult process, but it was a ticket to a better life and a position of power in the bureaucracy. Family was the cornerstone of society, and women in ancient Egypt enjoyed a relatively high status compared to other ancient cultures. They could own property, run businesses, and even inherit the throne in some cases. Of course, no empire lasts forever. After nearly 3,000 years of glorious civilization, ancient Egypt began a long period of decline. A series of internal struggles for power, combined with severe economic problems and repeated invasions by foreign powers like the Libyans, Nubians, Assyrians, and Persians, weakened the kingdom from within. Each invasion eroded the pharaoh's authority and drained the country's resources. The final blow came with the arrival of the Greeks under Alexander the Great, followed by the establishment of the Ptolemaic dynasty. The last pharaoh of Egypt was the famous Cleopatra VII. After her defeat at the hands of the Romans and her subsequent death in 30 BC, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. The age of the pharaohs was officially over. The ancient temples fell into disuse, and the knowledge of how to read hieroglyphs was lost for over 1,000 years, shrouding this incredible civilization in mystery until the discovery of the Rosetta Stone in 1799. So from the life-giving Nile to the godlike pharaohs, from the intricate process of mummification to the engineering marvel of the pyramids, the world of ancient Egypt is a testament to human ingenuity, faith, and the enduring quest for eternity. Their legacy isn't just locked away in dusty tombs or museum exhibits. It lives on in our architecture, our understanding of medicine, our calendar system, and our collective imagination. They created a civilization so powerful and so profound that even thousands of years later, we are still looking to them with a sense of wonder and awe, still trying to piece together all the secrets of their golden age. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back to the land of the pharaohs. I hope you found it as fascinating as I do. What part of ancient Egypt intrigues you the most? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into history, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.